Democrats cite Icahn's potential conflicts of interest and regulatory role. Last year, the billionaire investor Carl C. Icahn waged an all-out battle with the Environmental Protection Agency, complaining that regulations were strangling the oil industry. Now, as Mr. Trump's special advisor on overhauling regulation, Mr. Icahn has the ear of the president and a front-row seat as the administration rewrites regulation. This has some Democratic senators worried. On Monday, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Democrat of Rhode Island, and 6 other Senate Democrats will send a letter to the White House counsel, Donald F. Mnuchin, seeking responses to a series of questions related to Mr. Icahn's official role. The senators will raise concerns that Mr. Icahn will work to change regulations to benefit his own investments. They are also seeking assurances that safeguards have been put in place to ensure that Mr. Icahn does not have access to information that is not public that could be used to make profitable trades. The letter, a copy of which was reviewed by the New York Times, comes days before the Senate is expected to take up the nomination of Scott Pruitt, Mr. Trump's candidate to head the Environmental Protection Agency. Icahn Enterprises, Mr. Icahn's firm, has large investments in companies that are affected by EPA regulations, which he has described as stifling. But it is his majority investment in CVR Energy, an oil refiner, that is of biggest concern to the senators. CVR is required by the EPA to blend its oil or buy credits, something Mr. Icahn has called totally absurd. He has blamed the EPA for the bankruptcies of several oil refineries in the United States. An activist, investor and outsider for most of his career, Mr. Icahn staked his career on attacking the chieftains of intransigent companies and regulators. The caustic approach often resulted in victory, a strategy that earned him accolades from Mr. Trump as a brilliant negotiator. Mr. Icahn was one of Mr. Trump's most vocal supporters and a donor during the campaign. During the transition, he weighed in on candidates like Mr. Mnuchin for Treasury Secretary and Mr. Pruitt, who has also been vocal in his criticism of EPA regulation. At the time of his appointment, the transition team said Mr. Icahn, 80, would not serve as a federal employee and would not have specific duties. Since the election in November, CVR's stock has gained 69%, rallying to $21.58 a share. President Trump, Florida man. As virtually anyone in the United States, and much of the world, knows, the new president of the United States is fond of communicating via Twitter, and he wanted his audience to understand on Sunday that he is much loved in Florida. He did beat Hillary Clinton in the Sunshine State, and crushed his Republican primary race opponents. Perhaps not quite as famous on Twitter, but pretty famous, anyway, is the @_Florida man, who uses his Twitter feed to share the highlights, and mainly lowlights, of the denizens of the state. And Florida man shared some probably selective photographs of those enthusiastic South Florida crowds, including one photograph with a sign that read, "Resist, resist, resist." Twitter is a double-edged communication sword.